All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to tackle one of the oldest, most foundational stories ever told, but we're not going to treat it like some dusty old text. Instead, we're going to look at it like the epic, cinematic story it really is.
And this is our opening shot. This one line just drops us into a place beyond time, a world that's still in its purest form. We're not just talking about a physical place here, we're talking about an idea, a world before our world.
So, here we are in Act 1, set in a world literally defined by perfection. We're going to explore what that actually means, the nature of paradise, and what it's like to live in a state of complete and total innocence.
I mean, just try to imagine it. A reality where nothing ever dies, where everything is just alive and in perfect harmony. Animals have no reason to fear you. But here's the real mind bender. All the negative things we just take for granted, hunger, pain, fear, even feeling ashamed, they simply don't exist. They're not even concepts yet.
And right in the middle of all this impossible beauty, we meet our protagonist, Adam. But here's the first little hint of conflict in our story. Even when you're surrounded by perfection, you can still be profoundly alone.
And this right here, this is the observation that gets the whole plot moving. It's this powerful acknowledgement that even in a flawless world, we need connection. It's not a criticism of Adam. It's just a fundamental truth about being alive.
And so, Eve is created. And with her, this beautiful new symmetry comes into the garden. You have Adam, made from the dirt, representing that raw solitude. Then you have Eve, made from his side, described as the embodiment of grace. They aren't just two separate people. Together, they represent completion, a perfect whole.
Okay, let's move into Act 2, because this is where the tension starts to build. In a world of absolute, total freedom, one single rule is introduced. And of course, that one rule becomes the focus of the entire story.
The rule itself couldn't be clearer. The freedom is massive, eat from every tree, but the boundary is absolute. And the consequence? Well, it's the ultimate one, death. There's zero ambiguity, which makes what happens next so incredibly powerful.
So, you see, this story isn't just about breaking a rule. It's about this powerful conflict happening on the inside. On one side, you have simple obedience, but on the other, you have one of the most powerful forces in the human spirit, curiosity, that deep, nagging desire to know what you're not supposed to know.
And right into that perfect tension, our antagonist makes his entrance. The serpent isn't just an animal here. It's described as a voice of cunning. It's smart, it's subtle, and it slides right out of the shadows, ready to exploit that very curiosity we were just talking about.
And that brings us to the climax of our story. This is it, the moment everything pivots. It's a single conversation that leads to a single choice with consequences that will literally change the world.
Now, the serpent's opening line is just brilliant. It doesn't start with a command, it starts with a question designed to plant that little seed of doubt. It cleverly twists God's massive generosity into something that sounds restrictive, like the one rule is actually a total ban.
And here it is, the masterstroke. The serpent flat out contradicts the warning and completely reframes the rule. It's no longer about protecting them, now it's about holding them back. The serpent is basically saying, this isn't to save you from death, it's to keep you from power, from being like God.
Eve makes her choice, and then she offers the fruit to Adam. And in this incredibly heavy moment, he accepts. This isn't just one person's mistake, it's a shared decision. And with that shared act, they seal their fate and change the course of human history.
And the change is immediate. It's devastating. The world around them looks exactly the same, but their inner world is just shattered. Innocence is gone, replaced by shame. Fearlessness is replaced by fear. The harmony they knew is broken by guilt, and for the first time, they feel vulnerable.
So now our final act. The choice has been made, and the consequences start to ripple through everything. This isn't just about punishment, though. This is about the birth of a brand new reality, the world as we know it.
These are Adam's first words after everything changes, and they're just heartbreaking. For the very first time, he feels fear in the presence of his Creator. For the first time, he feels shame about his own body, and his instinct is no longer to connect, but to hide.
And Eve's response? Well, it introduces another brand new concept into the world, shifting the blame. She admits what she did, I ate, but she makes sure to point the finger first. That simple, perfect unity they shared is now gone, replaced by accusations and excuses.
The consequences are then laid out, one by one. But these aren't just punishments, they're fundamental changes to how life works. Life, which was once totally effortless, is now going to be defined by struggle, by toil, and by mortality.
And this is the final, irreversible moment. They're kicked out of paradise. The image of those closed gates, guarded by a flaming sword, it means there's no going back. The age of innocence is over, for good.
So what does this new reality look like? Well, the garden is just a memory now, something to long for. Life is full of hardship. But the story's careful to say that a little thread of hope is still there. And most importantly, this isn't an ending, it's the real beginning of the human story.
Which leaves us with a pretty profound question to think about. Was this a tragedy, the sad end of a perfect world? Or was the introduction of choice and struggle and knowledge and hope actually the necessary, true beginning of what it really means to be human?